This week, we're Arizona Cardinals fans. We will tell you how we feel about being the butt of the NFL. Did you see this coming? IPAs, steak nuggets. It's a traditional one-star pod y'all love and need. Enjoy this episode.
New season, new partner for the one-star recruits. It's homage.com. Go grab your Milwaukee Brewers gear, DK. MLB starter jackets like we used to rock in the 90s. And breaking news, we got Flacco Fever t-shirts, the new Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco, hoodies, soft tees, shorts. Homage has you covered. Make sure you click in the link in the show notes to purchase gear to help support your favorite podcast, the One-Star Recruits.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the One-Star Recruits podcast, checking in at 185. Rip, you're right. MLB merch interaction right now this week and next week is at its all-time peak high of MLB interaction. Nobody even cares about baseball until these current weeks. I was down in Lake Oswego, former home of Kevin Love, Klay Thompson. Lake Oswego, Rip. We talked about it before. Down in the lake, the Lake O. At having a little coffee and having a croissant and just standing in line, waiting to order, wearing my Milwaukee Brewers hat because I lived in Wisconsin for 2 years. I can safely rep that hat for this exact situation, Rip. This exact situation, standing in line. Hey, man, you from Milwaukee? Go Brewers. It's playoff baseball. Go Brewers. I said, yeah. Hey. Lived there for 2 years. Love the Brewers. Go Brewers. So get your shirt right now. Get to Homage. Go to the link in our social. Get your shirts. This is the only time. Rip, I know you're wearing your baseball gear year-round. You're a big baseball guy, big-time coach, big-time youth baseball coach. God, you guys are the most annoying. You're wearing baseball gear all the time, but it's not your team or it's your kids' teams. You guys can't even read you guys, Rip. You the baseball coaches. You got your little Umbro shorts on and whatever your team is this year, you're fully decked out. You got the tall socks. You got the temporary tattoos on yourself. You got the Oakleys with the logos on the sides of them going on. But this is the time of year, right, Rip? This is the only time of year really that because I was walking the farmer's market and Cubs fans giving me a little heat. We're Cubs fans. Go Brewers. This is when it comes at you this time of year.
Is that the lead in to my 60 seconds on baseball? We haven't talked to MLB in like a month, DK. Are you giving
You're
me
right.
60 seconds?
Yeah, I get. Yeah, thank you. That's good podcasting. We do need a breakdown. My mom needs a breakdown. To be honest, I think I need a breakdown. I'm looking first to acknowledge what I just said though, right, Rip? Baseball merch, the first 2 weeks of October, peak time of interaction.
Yeah, I mean, it's the peak time for sports. And when it comes to baseball, if your team's still in it right now, as of this recording, we got 8 teams left in the MLB playoffs. If you're rocking gear from one of those teams, you're definitely getting comments from 42-year-old white guys.
Yeah, you're getting some interaction. Okay, I need to catch up. My quick up glimpse has been Dodgers really, really good. Blue Jays, surprisingly, big offense. Those are my first big takeaways. I did really kind of get hooked in though, Rip, watching the Red Sox Yankees series last week. I mean, can't beat it when those two teams get together in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it wasn't much of a series. It was a 3-game series, and as of this recording, like I said, we got 8 teams left. By the time we wake up in the morning, Wednesday morning, when this podcast is live, we might have 7. If the Blue Jays can beat the Yankees tonight, those Yankees might be done, DK, but all that matters in these playoffs to most people in the country right now, and I'm only going to need 60 seconds here because it's 4 of the teams left. The Tigers, Mariners, Blue Jays, and Brewers are pretty much who 99% of America should be rooting for at this point. Tigers haven't won since 1984, is it? The Blue Jays haven't won since the 90s. The Mariners and Brewers have never won a World Series, DK, ever. They're 2 of the strongest teams left, especially the Brewers, who look unbeatable right now. But that's all that matters right now is if we got a 50% chance right now of a team that hasn't won in at least 40 years winning the World Series, DK. So that's what I'm rooting for right now as a 1-star.
Okay. So all that said, who do you like, Rip? Who's your prediction? I mean, it seems like there's a lot of teams that could do this thing. Obviously, the Dodgers got to be front runners.
The Dodgers are looking unbelievable. They got their huge free agent acquisition, Roki Sasaki, in as the closer now, which is seems unfair to most teams. But yeah, if they get beat, it's going to be an upset no matter what. They're looking really strong right now. But in my heart, I'm going for the Brewers. DK, keep rocking that Brewers gear. Buy it on
Wow.
homage, and they look like a team of destiny. Old
Who's a
ASU
couple
coach.
guys on the Brewers to keep an eye on?
Well, we got to look out for Jackson Chorio, the young outfielder, had a hamstring injury and hit a 3-run homer yesterday on one leg.
Okay.
The young phenom pitcher, Jacob Mizorowski, hit 104 on the radar gun twice in the game yesterday. They got a team full of mostly names that people don't know, but and this could be a powerhouse for a long time.
Love, dude. I'm a member of an obscure jersey club for birthdays. We send out jerseys. We've been doing it for 20 years. Our good buddy, a 1-star listener, Jake, has the initials JM. This year, he got a JM jersey, Mazawarski jersey. Rip, perfect, lined up perfectly. This guy's the truth. He's throwing 102, right? Big thrower.
Yeah, I love it. He's 6'7". Looks like he's 12 years old, but he could be a key out of the bullpen for the Brewers. He threw like 3 innings yesterday of no-run baseball in relief, so he's a big weapon out of the bullpen, just like Sasaki is for the Dodgers.
Good 60 seconds, bro. You got to throw on your Brewers gear then if you're going to say that. He's listeners as we record the pod, he's wearing an Oregon Ducks hat, which is his kids' little league team that he manages. He's the exact guy that does what I was talking about. It'd be a little bit cooler, Rip. Throw on your Brewers hat so you can interact with the people in the streets.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a Prince Fielder Brewers jersey shirt that I bring out about twice a year. It's probably time, DK, and if I don't wear it in October, I'm never gonna wear it.
Bust that thing out, man. Good. All right. Good 60 seconds. I'll take it. So we have baseball. We got Halloween costumes on deck. Those are being selected as we speak. I think Kimmy has selected an outfit of pigs for our family. With the baby now, everything's fair game. I'm back in it full throttle, So stay alert if you're in my text message picture thread of pigs coming up. Big time Halloween costume. Rip goes, you go around the sun next week, bro. We got another birthday coming up for you. Big time birthday coming up. What's your costume selection? I know it's Halloween's very important for you because you're a lunatic. And what's you got on the docket for the birthday? How old are you? Let the listeners know.
67, unbelievably. I'm gonna be 67 next week, as the kids say, 6'7", 6'7", DK. I'll be six
Stupid.
seven. But yeah, man, it's hard to believe I'm getting that old. In 10 days here, another trip around the sun, like you said. I don't have a Halloween costume lined up, so I'm waiting for a D-list celebrity death in the next 7 days, so I can like piggyback off that, or else it's probably gonna be like
You should let me
trash
let me
can or
give you a
something.
rec. And this might be in cancel range now at this stage, but listeners, for a long time, I think a couple years he did this one. Rip did the Screech outfit from Saved by the Bell. Now, later on, it came out Screech was also participated in porn. He maybe did some other things that were semi-scandalous, involving something. I think he's dead now. Rest in peace, Screech. I believe he died. Winston, I could be wrong. Something with a knife and an attack and something like that. Just a really wild life. I don't know if he's in cancelable range after the porn stuff and everybody saw his hog and how that played out. Screech, though, Rip, is that in play?
It's in the back of the closet. It'll probably take me about six or seven,
You still
seven
got
minutes
it?
to find. Yeah, it's in the back of the closet, DK. I'm not gonna lie. So it's probably an emergency costume at this point, because the more years that go on, the less people know who the hell it is when I wear it.
Funny or not funny to do that outfit now, but make yourself have a big hog and just the adults know, but the kids don't know, or inappropriate.
Yeah, I think, like I said, man, the older people get and the more time that passes between that incident, I think the less people know. So I'm going to say not funny at this point. I don't know if I can do it again.
No funny. Did you watch that? You get eyes on that Screech porn?
I think I saw a couple Twitter videos.
Oh boy, I didn't expect that. Okay, Rip. There it is. Was so no costume plan. You just have turned it down at life. Usually you would be locked in for yourself to party in LA when you used to love Halloween, and then locked in for the kids for their Halloween stuff. Now it's not even a thing. You're like my mom. She just threw on the witch costume every year. After age 8, bam, witch costume, no matter what. Same hat, same wig. She was done with it.
It's a different time, DK. You grow older, some things lose their luster, and next thing you know, you're sending jokes about Grady Dick growing 2 inches over the summer, over the off season.
Ah,
That's
you got
it.
no
That's
responding
where
on
we're
that.
at.
How'd that one feel? You had to go to sleep with a no response on that one. A nice little meme of Grady Dick on the Toronto Raptors, who's a basketball player, last name Dick, and the clickbait said Dick grew 2 inches. And this is what Rip sent me on his 67th birthday, on the eve of his 67th birthday. When I got a kid at the house, you got a no response on that one, Rip. How'd that one feel? What? So at birthday, at least like you got a meal picked out or a menu item that you want? You got something? Are you planning anything in your life, bro?
The one thing I do on my birthday every year is take the family. We go get frozen yogurt. That's been the staple. It's a special treat, DK, right down the street here in Long Beach. So it's frozen yogurt. My kids have Friday Night Lights games that night. And I think I parlayed it into a possible dinner on Saturday. So I might get frozen yogurt and a dinner. That's where we're at age
Oh,
67 right
damn.
now.
Out to dinner?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Restaurant.
where's the spot? Spill the beans.
I got 10 days to figure that out. Probably something better than IHOP or Denny's. I'll tell you
You
that.
got to go to out to that Long Beach aviation pad place and get the handles. The handles frozen yogurt. That's the best. Birthday coming up. My boy who used to love Halloween more than anything, and also very much enjoy his birthday, no longer gives a shit about either. But October is here, and he's all in on the Brewers. This is where we're at. 1 stars, complete 1 stars going on. Meanwhile, at the DK house, the rotating door continues to keep churning. This week, I got my bro and sis-in-law here stepping. They've stepped into the baby zone, the hot zone. Speaking of DK Jr., for all the 1 stars out there, thanks for the nice notes and all the recs and all the info with the baby stuff. You guys are the best. He's turning into a formidable human being, Rip. His face is starting to come in more. It's like those toys you used to put in the bathtub. You put them in the water and they start to expand. Baby DK starting to pop, his lips starting to pop out, his little body starting to pop out a little bit more. Eye contact and smiles and laughs being thrown around like Rick Neuheisel Jr.'s offense, Rip. He's throwing them everywhere. He's even keeping eyes on you when you move side to side in the room. So that's really amazing. Like that is just the next level up of like, okay, we've gone beyond potato zone into Rick Neuheisel Jr. offense of throwing a lot of smiles and winks and little cackles. So take that. We're sleeping almost 6 hours a night, Rip. Breaking news. 6 hours a night, 3 months. Come on, bro. Give a round of applause, Winston, for that one. But all good here, Rip. All good with Baby DK. Can't complain.
That's a game changer, 6 hours a night. That's like going back to like maybe college days where you get a little bit of uninterrupted sleep right there. Congratulations. That's huge.
Split up, Rip. Split up. He's still up, he's feeding, but the aggregate, as the kids say, the 6-7 aggregate, about 6 hours, 6-7 hours. You know how it goes. But it's been fun. We're getting him out and about in the world. Dude is getting out. He's a front facing baby, like I said last week, and he likes being out and about. This dude. So we're trying to hit him with as much sunlight as we can here in the PDX while we got it, because it's going pretty quick. We're chasing rainbows, chasing sunlight. I think that's a song. I might have just made that up. We were showing him all the shit, bro. We're showing him cart culture. We're doing some sky watching, big sky watchers. What else? We hit Tom's Pancake House on the regular. Think it's been a good weekly outing for DK Jr. to sleep through some biscuits and gravy being like passed over his head. Well, it smells a little bit like Marlboro Lights and some chocolate chip pancakes being eaten by somebody with their butt crack out still. He's at that age, Rip. He's got to experience the world straight up. So all good, all Gucci, little DK. I probably just for picture purposes, he's keeping that head up when you hold him up now. So you put him on the side, Rip. Floppy bobblehead. Just last week, we're starting to get a straight head, and you can kind of put him on the side of the hip more, which is just a game changer for my right arm. Just right arm's having a tough time keeping it going. So that's my daddy corner. That's my baby updates. Do you have any questions? Any questions before we move on?
Yeah. How many books have you read to him so far?
Kimmy's on book reading duty. So far, we get into a couple of them, but really with dad, he still likes doing beats. Boom, 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 boom. Likes doing beats, likes hitting the rattle, and likes kicking it in his baby Bjorn, bouncing up and downs. But I think Kimmy's hit him with like 2 or 3 books. So book reader on that side, chilling with dad. We're chilling. We're doing other things, Rip, doing working other things. But he's up. He's admiring the world. Quick 1 star daddy winners of the week here. The Duna stroller, just, I mean, everybody knows that already, but it's just so nice popping it in and out and having wheels that quick. And people telling me, here's the way you hold the baby carrier, and showing you the short arm thing, when you grab it from the back, that, Rip, the people who show you that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
know-it-alls.
everybody wants to show you that. Not with the Duna, bro. I don't even carry that shit. Pop it up. We're rolling everywhere. So the Duna, just a big winner. I smile every time I don't have to do the straight arm reverse carry. And then from my guy, Uncle A, Onik, this shusher machine, the actual machine that does like shushes. Shh, shh, shh. Dude, what a genius. Whoever thought of that?
I'm falling asleep just listening to you.
Get him on the podcast. It's like, that's such a shh. That's the machine. This guy's probably a bazillionaire. It works so damn well. Works so well. You put it right in the crib with the kid. Shush him away. Dude fucking loves it, man. Good shit. Got to give love to some people, Rep. Hey, I want to do this. I'm going to hit you with a couple Did You See This Comings in both football and the world this week. There's wild shit as usual. Couple Did You See This Comings here, bro. Here we go. Mark Sanchez gets stabbed in Indianapolis. Turns out he was the aggressor, and per the police report and video, is the aggressor, and is actually looking at 1 to 6 years in prison on felony charges here. And I'm not going to go through the entire story. I thought that could be kind of fun to go through it, but I just don't know enough, and I'm not privy, and I don't even care that much to read all the stuff. However, Rip, we got inside info, 1-star info. Mark Sanchez, USC. You guys were both prolific during the time that you hung out a lot with USC people, Rip, over there by the airport in Playa del Rey. Remember those days, Rip? Big USC scene. Alcohol was for sure involved in this, and Sanchez was the aggressor. And definitely, I'm going to ask you, though. My opinion doesn't matter. From your lifelong knowledge of the former butt fumbler, Mission Viejo High School's finest, and USC's finest, who you guys all rooted for so hard. Rip, did you see this coming?
When I woke up to that tweet on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I was kind of shocked. And the story everyone knows took a couple turns. I mean, you got people tweeting about how it was probably an illegal immigrant and all these stories. And it turns out that Mark Sanchez was actually the aggressor. And next thing you know, he's arrested in the hospital. So yeah, just wacky twists and turns to that story. I did not see it coming, but the more you think about it, it does seem a little on brand for a USC party pretty boy frat guy.
Control yourself and then aggression. Maybe some CTE involved, but looks like a mean asshole drunk to me from the get go. With Mark Sanchez, you gotta be careful out there, man. A lot of times the guys who come in and fly in to do these games, he was doing the Indianapolis Raiders games, which he got replaced by Brady Quinn, which is kind of funny. If you look back on his career, I think Brady Quinn just continues to get the better of Mark Sanchez. Nevertheless, you got a free day. That Saturday is kind of an open day, and I think a lot of these guys get faded on Friday. If you're an asshole, if you get drunk and you're a fighter or you're a crazy, like you want to do this or punch a guy in the face in your cab or like that, it's going to lead to problems. So there is videotape. There's word, Rip, that both guys were phone recording each other. So those should come out. I'm not that surprised, though. It didn't hit me as super surprised, and I kind of saw it coming. It doesn't fully surprise me. I think Matt Leinart, he's a family man now, but pre-family man, that wouldn't surprise me that much. Johnny Manziel wouldn't surprise me that much. Got to keep it professional when you work calling games, though, Rip.
I definitely had more to drink in Laughlin than Mark Sanchez had in Indianapolis. So I would like to actually see if there's any surveillance video of me doing anything between the hours of 7 p.m. and 2 a.m. on the night of August 31st. I'd like to see that tape. Send it in, 1 stars.
You guys have a lot in common. This is not a joke. Before he approached the gentleman who was picking up the old oil from the frying machines at the end of the night, he was running wind sprints, Rip, behind the restaurant. That is true. That's in the report. So he got drunk enough to run wind sprints, which I've seen you do before. 20. I've literally you've been 20 drinks deep and decided to want to run. Am I right? I'm telling the truth.
It's crazy how much slower you are intoxicated than when sober.
You're a lunatic. You're not a fighter, you're not an aggressor, but you are happy to race people 20 beers deep. You and Sanchez, who running wind sprint. So that's on tape. So stay tuned for that. All crazy stuff. We both saw it coming. Second one, brother. The Browns, they trade Joe Flacco and a 6th-rounder to the Cincinnati Bengals in state for a 5th-rounder. What a crap trade. So it's Dylan Gabriel time in Cleveland for the Browns. Will this be better for the Bengals, Rip, than Mike White or a Browning or how they had it? He has to learn the offense. Rip, when the season started, did you see this coming?
I definitely did not. People seem way too excited about this, though, DK. If you look at Joe Flacco so far this year, he's got 2 touchdowns and 6 picks. You're putting a 40-year-old statue behind probably the worst offensive line in football. I don't know how this works for the Bengals. I'd rather have shitty Jake Browning in there who can actually maybe move around a little bit, but I don't see how it makes them better.
Zero understanding of this. I don't. What the actual hell is happening in Cincinnati? Is this a real program? Is this the University of Phoenix in Cincinnati? This is just crazy. We need to look in. The Montreal Expos doc, Rip's supposedly very, very good. There's just going to be a documentary on this. This is nuts. This is just out of control. NBA legend, your favorite all-time player, one of your all-time Mount Rushmore guys of human beings, Rip, and guys you look up to, Allen Iverson. He revealed a major life change in retirement. Major. Former Philadelphia 76ers star. He opened up in an Amazon doc on Amazon Prime that he's 6 months sober. He put down the booze. He's been sober for 6 months. He says he feels better than ever. Rip, after everything AI has endured and achieved. Did you see this coming?
None of these I saw coming, DK. The only problem with his announcement is that he didn't do it on the One Star Recruits podcast, but props to him. Hopefully it's going to make him a better guy. And sometimes when one of your heroes does something, you follow suit. So I might have to think about throwing in the towel on alcohol too. We'll see.
Oh, shit. Breaking news. Unless you're in Laughlin. That's your open place.
You can't go to Laughlin and stay sober. Everyone knows that.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers already had guys like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, but this rookie, bro, Emeka Egbuka, Rip, he's here, man. He had the octopus. He had 5 touchdowns in his first game, and this week 5 against Seattle, he did it. The octopus. That is a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Everybody loves the octopus, and this dude just seems to continue to get better week to week. So Baker Mayfield's out here doing his thing. He's found his new favorite target in Tampa Bay. Definitely offensive rookie of the year. Front runner here. Rip, did you see this coming?
I want to say yeah, because he was a beast at Ohio State. I was probably one of the few people in our fantasy league even watching those games, and everyone was hyping this guy up in the preseason before fantasy football drafts. I mean, look, the problem was he was already coming onto a team with 2 Pro Bowl established receivers. So for him to do this much, I don't think we saw it coming, but we knew he was going to be good.
Yeah, same. These Ohio State guys you can't sleep on. You just don't know how quick they'll hop on to being either a number 1 guy or a Marvin Harrison Jr. situation where everything there is athletically there, just above the shoulders. And to be honest, it's when you surround them with guys like Kyler Murray and the locker room's just this weird place of weirdness. You're not going to be executing at your best versus a confident leader in Baker Mayfield, a program out in Tampa Bay that's focused on getting W's, less about getting new practice facilities or good press or good community relations or giving contracts out because everybody thinks they should give contracts out. You can see the difference. Ohio State receivers. It's my transition, Rip. Cardinals. I want to give the listeners just from a we're really Arizona Cardinals fans. This is real. This is real. We watched the whole game. Rip, you watched the whole game, right?
I watched most of the third quarter and the fourth. The worst part of the game I watched.
Okay, so you watched the second half of the game, but we're really fans. We try to work our schedules around to get in front to see a game, to get live when we have opportunities to see them. We were at the Super Bowl. Speaking of Tampa Bay, we were there. We're real fans. And that we're kind of rare. There's not a lot of us. There's not a lot of us who have stuck around through this last regime and what's really happened with the Bedwell family, the Kyler Murray era. Rip and I come from the David Boston and the Jake Plummer era. Also painful for different reasons. And I'm sure we may look back on these times and find some things that were similar. But that's it. I want to, listeners, we are the real. We got to deal with the mental pain of this. And so I want to explain the best way that we can in what happened. So nutshell wise, Rip, and I'm going to pass it to you, but our Cardinals lost to the Tennessee Titans, who are the worst team in the NFL, the Titans, in just kind of a hilariously tragic way, I would say, filled with tons of breakdowns. Some of it even funny, the way that it happened. Rip, I'll pass it to you, but go ahead and we'll start with Amari DeMarcado and his fumble. So go ahead, Rip. He got 72 yards. He's on his way to the end zone.
Yeah, and just like we see every so often in the NFL, he tossed the football out of the end zone, out of his hand, right around the goal line. For some reason, he thought there was no defender close to him. Even if there was, you got to hold on to the ball at this point and make sure you score. It was very close. I actually think that he let the ball go after he crossed the plane, but they reviewed it and probably just to embarrass him for making such a boneheaded play, they overturned it. It was a touchback. So basically, that play, DK, gave away the game for the Cardinals, ignited a crazy comeback by the Titans. And really, if you look at the Cardinals' schedule the next few weeks, like maybe torpedoed their season at this point.
It was a huge bad moment. And for Amari DeMarcado, he's not one of those guys it's not a George Pickens situation. It's not a celebratory thing. I think he was getting ready to praise the Lord and get on his knees and throw his hands up. I think it was a situation where the number one running back, John Connors, goes down. The number two guy, Trey Benson's, goes down. Finally, you get your chance. Finally. Then you're the third down back, and you have this opportunity to break one, the first one of his career in this genre, and you have this blunder. Rip, what? Say that again. You don't think it was a fumble? You're just being a homer. It was clearly a fumble.
No, I think because they ruled it a touchdown on the field, so it has to be conclusive evidence to overturn it. If you look at the slow-mo replays and different angles, unless there's an angle that's not out there that the NFL offices had, I think he crossed the white line before he let it go. But either way, it was a boneheaded play, probably deserved to get it called back. And like I said, if you look at the Cardinals' schedule coming up here, we got at Colts, who are unbelievable. We got Packers. We got Cowboys on Monday night. We got Seahawks, we got 49ers, and then the 4-1 Jaguars. So the season's done, and that play kind of started it in motion, DK.
And there it is, Arizona Cardinals fans. As you heard, one star's out there. This is a classic Arizona Cardinal fan you just heard. First, he denied the obvious that it even happened. So we're living in a crazy world where he didn't think that it was a fumble. There's no evidence, and we're not going to change it. It's like a political conversation. And then we've all given up on the future already, completely looking at actually very beatable teams. If we look, this Cardinals team has only lost by one possession most of the time at the end of games with time going out. It's very silly that we jump off so quick, but also still have love enough to deny that what even happened. It's a great look inside, Rip. Excellent job. And that wasn't even the full reason. I mean, after that was the catalyst. That was the part where if fantasy holders threw their remote at the TV, but afterwards, Taylor Demerson intercepted a pass at the goal line, fumbled it on the ground, and it got picked up by Tyler Lockett, who hasn't found the end zone in 3 years. Touchdown. Then our guy, it's still a game. Then our guy Kyler Murray, our hero, our leader, our fearless leader, stepped up and had a fumble hit him right in the face. The ball hit him right in the face in the face mask. I can't watch this guy anymore, Rip. I can't do it. This is hurting my stomach to talk about it. Right in the face mask, and that was the game. That was that point. So a comedy of errors, a series of errors. As a Cardinals fan, I can just relate it a little bit to my time with the Golden State Warriors. A championship, we won a championship in 2015, which was great, exciting. I was a part of it. I left the organization in 2016. When they lost in the finals, something about me was not, I was okay because I wasn't a part of it anymore. There's a weird part in this Cardinals fanship zone of wanting this to happen to you, like wanting to go towards the pain. We don't deserve success. That's how we feel. It's a sad state of affairs. It's a coin flip right now between Cincinnati Bengals fans and Arizona Cardinals fans of who has it worse. Rip, who has it worse right now between those two? Where would you rather be?
I'm to the point now, DK. We mentioned I'm turning 67 next week, and I really have maybe a less than 1% hope in my soul that the Cardinals will win a title in my lifetime at this point. So this season is 100% written off, but the more this stuff happens to this team, I've almost given up all hope that in my lifetime we'll see any kind of Lombardi trophy coming through Arizona.
It's a sad state of affairs. Congrats, Bidwell, on new renderings for a new practice facility with this trash you're putting out. But let me just softly remind everybody too, three of those of our losses were very, very winnable games with some small tweaks. We could be sitting here on our high horse talking about a 4-1 squad very, very quickly. So take a deep breath, Rip, take a deep breath. That was really hard. That was really painful. I can't remember just more Joker clown behavior in my life, but we will move on. We'll get stronger together. Definitely a one-star moment for our team. One-star moments for us. Happen to everybody. We talk about them. Rip, I'll lead off here. One-star moment for me. I hit the food pod with DK Jr., my bro-in-law, who's a brewery guy. He's a brew guy. He likes brews. He likes putting him in he's got an app in his phone where he rates the brews, and you get rewards for getting different brewies and shit. So he's into it. Me, not as much. I'm not a brewery guy, but all good. I'm down to head out there. So I roll out. We go to our first place. I get myself a Unicorn and Dreams IPA, I think about a 6.5 IPA. Crisp and nice. First beer. We split a soft pretzel. Lovely with cheese. Lovely. But I got a little buzz going. We head over to another brewery, Breakside Brewery, pretty well known. This is when I decided to go for another IPA, which gets a little risky. Two IPAs. I don't know. They sit me, especially like a midday noon beer for me. Really hits me right in the gullet, Rip. But I hop in there, Breakside, another IPA. I think it's like a Flocktober, Rocktober IPA, 6.7. So I step it up a little bit. We head out to the food pod area. So I go order us a burger. Farmer and the Beast. If you could know, you know, just really excellent burger, Farmer and the Beast. And the burger arrives at the table. By this time, I've finished up my Flocktober October, and Nick and I are about to split the burger. And I have a decision to make. I'm buzzed, though. Definitely buzzed. I'm sitting in the sun a little bit, semi-dehydrated. Got a decision to make here. Should I pop back up and go get a plastic knife to do a nice cut on the burger so we have an even split? Or should I just fucking give it the good old phone book tear? I decided to do the phone book tear. Huge fail, bro. Huge fail. One side, one whole piece of just lettuce and tomato popped off on my right, and a sliver of meat, just a corner of meat. And then most of the other burger, minus the lettuce and tomato, hit Nick's side. And dude looked at me so disappointed. Like, I'm 43, Rip. I can't even. He looked. My brother-in-law was so just disappointed in that move that I pulled. But happy enough to give me a little bit more burger. I kind of balled it up into like a burger ball of stuff and just sat there and had to eat my sad burger ball, buzzed off two half the IPAs. Yeah, but your boy went for the phone book tear, Rip. So get a knife. Get a knife.
Look at you drinking IPAs. I'm pretty sure Mark Sanchez did that exact same thing at a rallies in Indianapolis before he got stabbed. So you're lucky to be alive, man.
A rally? What type of rally? Oh,
A
Ralliesburg.
rallies burgers, baby.
Yeah, easy, Rip. God damn it. IPAs, man, they're dangerous.
Yeah, my one star moment of the week, DK. I'm gonna bring up the elephant in the room here because it took you 3 weeks to acknowledge my Oregon Ducks hat on this podcast, and it's taken you. I think we're 45 minutes in now, and you haven't even responded to my. It's that time of year. My kids are doing a fun run at their school. I send out donation requests to all my best friends and family. I believe I sent you one about 48 hours ago, DK, and I got crickets. I got nothing. No
There's
likes,
no
no
response,
money
man. I
coming
know
my
it's like,
way.
damn, that quick again. Remember when I accidentally gave one of your kids like $1,000 instead of the 100 or something? Man, these just keep coming.
That was the one star moment of the decade right there. But yeah, it's all good, DK. I know from the silence that it's not going to happen this year. You got a new baby. I know money's tight and all that. So but if we go 2 years in a row without a response, I might stop sending them. So keep that
I
in your back
always
pocket.
send it's the first year it's like sweet and it's good and you want to participate. After it's like collecting fantasy football money from people, you know? It's only $80, but it's the hardest $80 to part with for some reason. You really fight that one. Meanwhile, go to rallies, get a couple burgers. I'm at $97 for the family before you know it, but pay my $85 lowest score of the week number from the commissioner. That's where it came up, Rip. You're like the commissioner sending out money requests for your kids at this stage.
Honestly, one of the worst parts about being a parent is having to go through these things and ask people for money. I try to do it as few times as possible, but the PTA, man, they have stuff every week. It's ridiculous.
Just cut the check. Just just mortgage the house and cut the check. Save yourself the text pain, Rip. Just kidding. You're a good dad. Keep them coming. I'm happy to donate to the kids. 1 stars. Give Rip a DM if you want to participate in his coaching. And I don't even like the Ducks. Oregon Beavers represent Corvallis, represent best baseball school in America. Rex of the week. Let's do our good stuff, Rip. Sick of this 1 star moment when we're moving to IPAs and damn fundraisers. Here we go. I got a fun two-parter. First one. This is fun. I don't know if my washing machine wreck helped anybody, Rip. I don't know. Did you think about that at all since I said it, or it flew out of your head? Didn't matter.
I told you I've been doing it for 20 years. You're late to the game.
Did you recognize it while doing a load? Like, oh yeah, this is nice. Did it hit you again?
No, it's second nature, man. You're very late to the game on that one.
Riding a bike. Well, this one you're probably on too, but this is new to me. Not new to me, but I want to create this as more of a practice for people overall, but I also want to keep it on the low. So this is an interesting in between though. So if you're getting picked up at the airport and you do not have bags, let me repeat. If you're getting picked up at the airport and you do not have bags, go to the departure level for pickup. It's usually empty. These airports stagger the arrivals and the departures so that when most flights come in, they kind of come in at the same time. And that's why your arrival area, your departure area is crazy on both sides of that. So the only reason to go down to arrivals is baggage claim and to get your bags. And then you pop out. So go to departures. It's an easier pickup for you and your 1-star friend or family member. And it's literally just an escalator ride for a stress-free pickup, totally worth it. And I think more people should do that. Does that apply, Rip? Is that accurate, or is that just some airports that I'm thinking of?
It's 100% accurate. Again, been doing it for 25 years. The best airport in the country I've experienced this at is Sky Harbor in Phoenix. You save many hours of frustration.
You've not been doing that for
traffic.
years. You've picked me up many times and never told me to go up to departures.
I'm telling you, DK, it's maybe a hidden secret still, but I think
People arrive. So people arrive. They touch down on the tarmac. They're coming in. Hey, I'm here. You say on your text, "Cool, on my way. Go to departures." You say that.
I was doing it before cell phones were even a thing, DK. People just knew. If you know, you know. You pick someone up and they're
Why
at
does nobody
departure.
do it? Why nobody does it? Nobody does this.
I think with old people, it gets a little complicated. Some airports are very confusing. You can't even find out which is the right or which is left and which is right. And so sometimes it gets confusing. But if you
That's
know,
true.
you know.
Yeah, that's true. But if you're able to work it out, if you're a Gen Zer, if you know what's up, like that's the move. I don't know. Hopefully that helps some people. It might not. Everybody knows that. I had to remind. I did it this last pickup, and it was just there was 2 people at departures, and downstairs was chaos. So there you go. Second part, 2-part rec. Balsamic glaze. Balsamic glaze. Okay, can get it anywhere. I get it at Trader Joe's, TJ's. Uh, I grabbed a pasta salad for dinner with a steak this weekend. So I did a steak, and then I need a side. Grabbed a couple pounds of a pasta salad. Pop open the pasta salad, just very bland. It has some nice texture. It has some sun-dried tomatoes in it, some olives in there, but it was bland. They probably make this thing for old people, for blue hairs. So they don't like a lot of spice or things in it. So I popped that into a bowl, added just a little bit more mayo, and then some nice cherry tomatoes added to them. Mixed it up, salt and pepper that thing, and then on top of the store-bought pasta salad, hit it with a nice swirl of that balsamic glaze, the thicker glaze, not like the balsamic thin, the thick glaze. Just a nice big, like a damn crepe swirl, however you say that, swirl on top, and pasta salad, dude, ended up being a CPC, straight up clean plate club. For that meal. And the additional sign of respect for that particular dish was that my brother-in-law, who I tore the burger with, he was the next day, he was getting a snack and he made himself some leftovers with the leftover pasta salad. And he went to go proactively find me to ask where that balsamic glaze was, because I keep it up in another area. So leftovers, CPC claimed because of the balsamic. So trust me, it was like a 2.3 star pasta salad without that B glaze. So balsamic glaze, man, get in your life.
Is it something you can easily make at home?
Nope. I mean, I think so. I think it's really just reduced down balsamic, but you might as well go buy it at Trader Joe's. They got it. So pasta salads goes really good with if you're marinating meats, if you need salads, if you want to add an extra oomph to a salad and just want a little hitter. It's just it's nice. It's the flavor of balsamic is just enhanced like times 100.
Solid. Sounds good to me. I got a 2-parter too, DK. Quick one, courtesy of a loyal listener, Paul Wall in Burlingame this week. Fired off a text. This is one that's near and dear to my heart. You know how much I love Subway, DK, the sandwich franchise, sandwich artist Subway. Paul Wall said if you download the Subway app this week, you get a foot long. You buy a foot long, you get a second foot long for $1, DK. Deal of the century, it sounds like to me. I know you hit Subway up every 3 to 5 years. So if it's in your wheelhouse this week, grab the Subway app, buy a foot long.
They're struggling. Right now, we might be the Roman Empire of Subway. We might be witnessing the Roman Empire of Subway. It might be starting to eliminate and get the hell out of our lives. $1 buy one, get ones. Sick fucks.
It's a hell of a deal if you want diarrhea and heartburn, DK. But second one here, my real wreck of the week is it's been a long time, too long since we mentioned Hoka on this podcast. I want an update on your Hokas, A. And B, I want to just introduce to the world that Hoka now has a kids line. It's been around for some time. You're the father of a newborn child. These are starting at, I believe, size 10.5. So when your kid's 3 or 4 years old, you can get them in some Hokas just like you and I wear, DK. I saw a kid in Hokas the other day at the park, and he looked like the coolest kid at the playground. Are you still all in on Hoka?
Still have a pair. They now have 2 holes. I'm working with holes on the front area below, right there by the toe area, but I still wear them for my 10,000 steps. Sometimes I'm not sure fully, Rip. When I go back to the tennis zone, to the sneaker zone, what do they call tennis shoes in London, England, Rip? Sneakies? Tennies? What do they call them? I don't know. Stupid. Listen, look that up for me. I'm gonna explore all options. I think that some other brands have come to the table, but I still represent. It's still a talking point to me when I see them on the streets. God, I'm a weirdo. I'm talking to people about baseball hats. I'm talking to people about Hokas when I see them on the streets. Catch me on the streets. I'm gonna question something on your body. Try to either relate to you or build some rapport. I'm looking for friends, Rip.
Don't let this guy around Grady Dick.
2 inches. Rip reacts. Hit the music. Per Newsweek, Rip, Americans are using PTO to sleep, not for vacation. Is this acceptable? Is this the life we want to live? Work to sleep and sleep to work? Is this even acceptable?
Totally unacceptable. If you can't find a couple hours to sleep extra, you need to rearrange your priorities. I think if you're using your vacation time to sleep, it's a severe red flag, and you need to look at yourself in the mirror and reevaluate your priorities.
Take a look in the damn mirror. PTO to sleep. We got to manage our days better, I think, as Americans. We got to really look in managing our time better if this is happening. Go and take that vacation. Go to the Four Corners. Take yourself to Mexicali. Cruise out to the Adirondacks. Sit in an Adirondack chair in the Adirondacks. Go to the Mississippi River and hit a golf ball in there. Fucking live some life. Take your PTO. Enjoy yourself.
Go to Laughlin and drink some beer.
Arby's, speaking of Laughlin, has released steak nuggets. This is not a drill rip. Steak nuggets. So they're allowing people to just fry up nuggets of steak. They look like they have no breading on them, just a fried steak ball. I'm a little bit scared. I think I might be trying them though. Rip, can I get you to try some steak nuggets at Arby's?
If you think Subway is bad for your gut, DK, steak nuggets from Arby's sounds like 100% instant diarrhea. You can only eat them on the toilet, I think, to be safe. To me, it sounds like a cry for help, a jump the shark moment for sure from Arby's. I will not come within 50 miles of steak nuggets.
Stay tuned. 1 stars, you'll get a picture. DK is going to be headed to the pumpkin patch, dressed as a farmer, get them damn pictures. Hopefully, if everybody's in a good mood on the way home, I'm going to hit Arby's for some steak nuggets, a beef and cheddar, some mott sticks, and a root beer. Stay tuned. If you respect that lifestyle, just go ahead and give us 5 stars on whatever app you're listening to the podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. Go to Homage, buy a shirt, enjoy your baseball. Send Rip a happy birthday in the comments. It's coming up next week, 67. We'll be back next. I just said next week a fucking whole bunch of times. We'll see you later. Peace.
6-7.